Hey guys, Rusky here with another video. Today we're going to explore the legendary and mythical Pokemons that need new forms in the upcoming future. Disclaimer, this is all just my opinion and you may not agree with some or all the points I make. And before we start, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a like or dislike. Now let's get right into this top 5. Taking the 5th spot on our list are the Lake Guardian trios, that are Uxie, Mesprit, and Elzelf. I propose that these Pokemon could benefit from new forms, not due to any shortcomings, but in alignment with Game Freak's pattern of introducing new forms or variations for each legendary trio. Considering the Kanto legendary birds with their Galarian forms, or the Johto legendary beast, and the Unova Swords of Justice having their own Paradox forms, even the Reggie trio that saw the addition of 2 extra Reggies in their lineup, leaving only the Lake trio untouched in terms of new variations. So considering the trend that Game Freak is going in, I would confidently say that the Lake trio will get new forms within the next game or two. At the 4th spot on our list, we have Celebi, the Pokemon with the power of time travel. I find it to be a missed opportunity on Game Freak's part not to introduce a Paradox form for Celebi. Considering Celebi's remarkable ability to move through time at will, it can be seen as the sole Pokemon that both a future and past form. Fans online have even suggested creative names for this theoretical form like Iron Guardian for the future and Bright Wanderer for the past, as well as these concept designs showcasing the Paradox forms. At number 3, we have primal forms of Lugia and Ho-Oh. Looking at the Kyogre and Groudon's primal forms, there's a compelling argument that extends this enhancement concept to all box art legendary Pokemon, but Lugia and Ho-Oh in my opinion stand out the most as prime candidates for this treatment. Given my enduring appreciation for their lore, especially Ho-Oh influenced by my fond memories of Heart Gold, so to enrich their lore even more, Game Freak can explore the idea of the Kimono Glades, sharing the existence of dormant primal forms, surrounded by the myth since the inception of Lugia and Ho-Oh. Imagine the player activating these forms within the Ruins of Alph, not only giving an engaging story into this lackluster spot in Johto, but also providing a fitting story for unlocking these primal potentials for Lugia and Ho-Oh. I mean, just look at these concept arts that fans made of Primal Ho-Oh and Primal Lugia. Lugia has a shadow form in other games. It can actually just be his primal form, and it will be canon. I mean, just looking at these concept arts, you can really see that Game Freak has so much potential to extend these designs and extend the lore and just everything about Ho-Oh and Lugia. Now, at our 2nd spot is the long-awaited Ultimate Dragon fusion that Unova never delivered. The combination of Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem. Initially, I considered placing this at number 1, but considering that Game Freak's subtle hints about Unova and Scarlet and Violet, I'm leading towards the anticipation of a Gen 5 remake. With this in mind, it seems likely that they'll seize the opportunity to delve deeper into and expand upon this fusion concept. So according to the legend, Reshiram and Zekrom were originally part of the same dragon Pokemon. However, difference in ideals led to a separation. Reshiram embodies the concept of truth associated with fire, while Zekrom represents ideals linked to electricity, and Kyurem another dragon-type Pokemon associated with ice, and is said to be the remains of the original dragon after its split into Reshiram and Zekrom. And the fusion of all 3 dragons is being awaited for the right hero that embodies both the truth and the ideals. Gen 5 had a lot of lore and hyped up the origin of this dragon to the point that if we don't get it within the remake, I'll be very disappointed. But in the meantime, we always have the fan art concepts to kill the time. Looking at these concept arts of Zekrom, Kyurem, and Reshiram being one dragon, you can really just see how badass this dragon could look like. And our number 1 spot is none other Arceus, the Pokemon God. Now let me pitch the idea. Arceus deserves a divine form primarily because its current stats fall short, concerning its status as the supposed god of all Pokemon. We've got Pokemon like primal form of Kyogre and Groudon, as well as the Mega Evolutions of Mewtwo and Rayquaza, that have higher total stats than Arceus. Frankly, that doesn't add up to me, and the absence of this new form in Legends of Arceus was a bit of a letdown. Even though Arceus' ability multi-type was once cool, the introduction of Terra types in Scarlet and Violet significantly diminished its uniqueness. To revamp things, I propose letting Arceus have the same ability, but add more into it, like providing stab to any moves it uses, a bit like the Stellar Terra type introduced recently. The twist though is unlike the one-time use of stab in Stellar, this stab boost for Arceus would be indefinite. It's a step in the right direction, amplifying Arceus' power in battle. This may be a hot take, but also Arceus' design looks godly, but in my opinion it lacks the scary threat that it can be in Pokemon battling or anything like that. If you look at these fan concepts, you can really see that this god form can really be threatening and etc. And that's a wrap for my top 5 forms that legendaries need to get. If you guys have any ideas for the future top 5s, leave a comment, I'm sure to do it for the next top 5. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.